If you think there's nothing to do in Newcastle and Lawrence County, then think again. Always stay connected to NCTV45 to receive the information on events going on in and around the area on a daily basis. Programs to view are Newswatch, The Morning Show, and Community Happenings. NCTV45 takes pride in bringing you the event and organization info that you want. NCTV45 is the #1 media source locally. NCTV45, anytime on your time. Pegley.
Now, as I promised, and here you have, I'd like to say hello to Lawrence Williams. How you doing, Lawrence?
I'm doing pretty good, Angelo. How about yourself? Can you hear me pretty good?
Very good, very good. And Lawrence is in our other studio as we're doing a multitask of we're multitasking here, but Lawrence is our top story tonight, and let me tell you why. Me and Lawrence and I have had a great conversation about basic needs. Okay, and I'm going to let Lawrence start off with telling you a little bit about himself. He is the candidate for city council. And Lawrence, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Lawrence Williams. I'm a Republican candidate for Newcastle City Council.
And Lawrence, let's talk a little bit about, and I want to move one thing, and I can do this because I own the station.
Okay.
So, Lawrence, let's talk a little bit about the need for small businesses and businesses in the city, such as a grocery store.
Yes. Yeah, our downtown area, I think we have at least over 1,000 residents that live in the proximity of 1 to 3 blocks of downtown of your studio. And with that type of volume, there should be a grocery store there. And, you know, for one to anticipate open a business or having different types of incubator type of programs, some things just stand out as just being a functional need. And that would be to have a grocery store to satisfy the needs of the residents in that downtown vicinity.
Now, Larry, you know, we have a lot of potential, and we have those empty buildings downtown. And sometimes, rather than just tearing down buildings, you could actually put people in them.
Yes, yes. That's, you know, kind of a funny thing is that, you know, you can all, you know, in some, I'll talk about Farrell just briefly. You know, in some parts of Farrell, you can stand up and you can see through the whole town. And obviously that's not a good thing for Newcastle. So we should eliminate that prospect of getting rid of these buildings, you know, whether they have some historical value, but if they have historical value, then they also have the commercial value. And that's what we should be looking at for these buildings. Again, you know, by having different types of entities downtown, beginning like I said with the grocery store, that's something small, that's something that you can, you know, that the community can absorb right away, and it would be profitable. And you know, just going with that, and like I said, the downtown business that we currently do have, including yourself, you know, we thank you for you know, doing what you do. You know, it takes a lot to have that motivation to get out and do your own thing, your own business, because you can't take a sick day and you don't accumulate days off, you know, for vacation. You know, you got to make it happen, you know, to make it happen.
Larry, that is true. You know, we're out when the weather's inclement. We're telling you what the conditions are on Jefferson Street. When there's an accident, we're telling you things like that. And Larry, I really thank you for that compliment. You know, now you know, we get a lot of people that distribute fake news. You know, they're all quick to condemn the city as having bad people and just everything's bad. Tell them how that doesn't work.
But no, that's what it does. It casts a shadow over the city, and it just gives some other negative people or someone who is trying to lure a business away. That gives them their feeding ground, and where we should avoid that, because you know, the people in Newcastle are residents of Newcastle. I mean, you know, granted, there are tragedies that happens, you know, in some of our lives that, you know, we wish we could have avoided. However, that's nothing for us to just stop and not go forward. We must be able to go forward with that and to cultivate our town and to make it, you know, the town that we want it to be.
And, you know, I've talked long and hard about having an informed, educated voter.
Yes.
And I cannot address that enough. And that's actually one place where we started, okay, about telling people you can't, you got to know what the issues are. Because we got some people that talk the talk but don't walk the walk. Go ahead.
That is so true, and it goes with, you know, with this election, you know, most importantly, because this is a very critical election. You know, we're coming into summation of Act 47, that we have to examine the three branches of government that will govern Newcastle. And you would have one that would be a city manager. The second would be, these are options that the state have given us, that it's mandated to us actually, that will commission that's going to be formed that will review that and to make a recommendation to the voters. So that's why it's important, again, to read the vote, listen to the candidates, and I will go on to say that the other form of government would be the mayor, a strong mayor, or a strong, and the third would be a strong council type of form of government. These are the three forms of government that will be instituted in Newcastle. And without that, Newcastle would go into receivership. And so just taking, you know, not to be long-winded here, Angelo, but, you know, taking that much into consideration, people should really look at the candidates, because it's nothing to say that you want to start a business, but there are business people out here that are in business. And these are the people that we should talk to and have an alliance with to help grow our city.
Very good point. Last and closing, Lawrence Williams is the candidate for city council. Why don't you tell them, okay, the party affiliation, where they can hear you, get more ideas, maybe people want to hear more from you, Lawrence. Let them know about that.
Okay, thank you again, Angelo. Yes, I'm Republican. You know, there will be scheduled numerous debates, hopefully, throughout the city. I do have a Facebook page, Lawrence City Council. You would see that, Lawrence Williams for City Council. You would be able to see that right away. And if you can't find it, you can go to Angelo's page, and I would be one of his friends there. And just most importantly, I'd just like, you know, to close and say that in order for Newcastle to grow, we have to think, you know, not just outside the box, but we have residents that do very well. And they expect us to be able to come in and manage the city as in terms that they're managing their companies and corporations that they do take care of on a daily basis. So we want to, you know, let them know that, you know, I'm out here, I'm for the business, I'm for raising the taxes. There hasn't been a child born in Newcastle in 6 years in the Lawrence County. We need to correct that. We need to, you know, look into the birthing centers, the possibility, look into the having a grocery store downtown, and most importantly, like I said, having those businesses bring in medical jobs that bring us diversity of people and occupation that will bring follow me, Lawrence Williams, the City Council, and come out and hear me talk. If you have any questions, please relate it to Angela or myself. I'll be more than happy to help you.
Lawrence, I would love to thank you, and I really, really appreciate all that you've done for us in that regard. Now,
got my ticket for the ocean, got my ticket for the midnight plane, and it's not easy.